Hello everyone, I'm Alvin and this is Pound for Pound, where we test out gadgets and find out which one's the better one for you. So for today's episode of Pound for Pound, we are battling it out with the Audio-Technica M30X headphones and the Beats Pro. So these headphones are not really the latest ones from their respective brands, but for those who prefer the wired ones over the wireless ones, good news for you, both of these are wired headphones. So let's start now and find out which one's a better choice. So first of all, let's focus on the designs of both headphones. When it comes to the Beats Pro, I really like the design, very minimalist. At the same time, the metallic parts make it pop out and have a very premium feel to it. So that's a plus for the Beats Pro. And when it comes to color, you have different options to choose from. So when it comes to the design, I think you really like the Beats Pro. Now comparing it to the Audio-Technica, well, the Audio-Technica is actually a studio monitor headphones, which means it's really designed for professional use. With the design, it's not really as good as the Beats Pro. However, if you do like a little bit of a vintage look, it offers more of that as compared to the Beats Pro. The leather band is a plus, so it actually looks classy, but since it uses plastic for other parts of the headphones, it's not as premium as compared to the ones in the Beats Pro. So when it comes to design, I would have to say I'll be choosing the Beats Pro over the Audio-Technica headphones. Now moving on, let's now go to comfort. So after trying these on, I do feel stress using the headphones. It's too firm and too tight for me. I don't think I'll be able to use it for long periods of time because eventually it will put too much stress on your ears and also your head. So comfort-wise, I'm not really a fan of the Beats Pro. But the interchangeable headphone jack is much appreciated, so I do like that. Now comparing it to the Audio-Technica headphones, because this one is made out of plastic, it's actually lighter. At the same time, there is less stress when you wear it. So you can actually use this for a longer period of time. Again, because this one was made for professional use, comfort is a priority when they made these earphones. So when it comes to comfort, I would have to say the Audio-Technica wins this round. And now let's move on to audio quality. Because we are comparing two headphones, of course, we need to know which one has a better audio output than the other. In order for us to find out which one has a better audio output, we'll be trying out 3 songs from different genres so we can find out which one is better at a certain genre, or if ever one is better in actually all of them. So first, let's try it out with K-pop songs. Okay, so with K-pop songs, the difference is pretty obvious. So with the Beats Pro, the bass is very prominent. It actually overpowers the rest of the sound. With the Audio-Technica headphones, it's actually more balanced and more neutral. So you're able to differentiate and pinpoint the sounds that you hear. If you are a bass head, you would actually prefer the Beats Pro, but I do like the sound that the Audio-Technica provides because it's a much more immersive experience for me. So let's try out another song. Maybe the results will be different this time. But for K-pop, Audio-Technica wins this round. So for the next song, let's try out OPM. Of course, with acoustic songs, OPM is the best. So let's find out which one does better. Okay, so again with the Beats Pro, the bass is very prominent. I'm actually hearing the drums more than the other instruments, which I would prefer hearing the other instruments as well. So let's try out the Audio-Technica where everything is more neutral. Alright, so with the Audio-Technica, it provides good audio quality, but it lacks volume for me. However, I still love that evened out and balanced sound. I can hear all the instruments in the song. I can really appreciate it more because when it comes to songs wherein there are a lot of instruments, with this one, you'll be able to hear it more and not just the bass overpowering everything else. For the acoustic round, well, I do prefer a more chill vibe, so I'm going with the Audio-Technica again. So that's 3 points for Audio-Technica and 1 point for the Beats Pro. And for the last genre, let's try out hip-hop. Okay, so after trying out the Beats Pro, I would have to say, expectedly, it would excel in these genres because these songs are more focused on the bass. It now provides a much more immersive experience when listening to hip-hop, R&B, and I guess EDM if people still listen to that. So now let's find out how the Audio-Technica fares when it comes to hip-hop. Okay guys, it's actually very difficult for me to decide. I do like how it sounded with the Audio-Technica as well. I'm able to hear different sounds at the same time as the bass, but the bass isn't really as prominent as the ones here. I guess for this round, I would have to say it's a draw between the two. So there you have it. So with the 3 songs, I do prefer the Audio-Technica over the Beats Pro. So when it comes to audio quality, personally, I would say that the Audio-Technica wins. But again, if you are a bass head and you prefer the bass over, well, everything else, the Beats Pro is actually a better choice than the Audio-Technica. Because with the Audio-Technica, it's much more balanced, more neutral. You actually hear every single element from the song. So if that's too much for you, I would say that you should choose the Beats Pro. But of course, the final factor here would be the price. How much is the Audio-Technica as compared to the Beats Pro? Well, with the Beats Pro, even though it is a relatively old device, it's still a very premium device with the brand. We all know Beats products are very expensive. So these were introduced at around 20,000 pesos. But if you look for one right now, you can actually grab these pair for around 6,000 to 10,000 pesos. Now, comparing it to the Audio-Technica, well, with the Audio-Technica, you can actually buy this from Poundit for only 4,800 pesos. So when it comes to price, guys, this is a much cheaper choice than the Beats Pro. So looking at the price itself, this one wins over the Beats Pro. Now looking at everything, all the factors that we've talked about, the comfort, the price, the audio quality, the design. Personally speaking, I'm not speaking on behalf of Poundit or not speaking for you. I would have to choose Audio-Technica. Again, personally, I think the Audio-Technica is a better choice. If you are looking for a more immersive experience and you use your headphones for long periods of time, this one is a better choice. It's much more comfortable at the same time, cheaper, and also provides a very immersive experience with great audio quality. So surprisingly, yes, the cheaper one wins. So just a friendly reminder to you guys, when you are looking for devices, price doesn't always dictate performance. So just because something is more expensive doesn't mean that it's actually better. I actually think the Audio-Technica is a better choice even without the price as a factor. It's just actually a plus that this is much cheaper than this one. Again, I'm Alvin, and there you have it, the first episode for Pound for Pound, where we compare tech and find out which one's the better option for you. And if you haven't subscribed to the Poundit channel yet, click the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon so you get updated whenever we post videos. See you next time.